It's Michael
Back when-
Jackson.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh, he
And
has
that's
an
it.
interest in my son.
And-
Oh my
yes,
god.
Yes. And that's probably the exact same thing that happened to
He's
Usher.
offering us how much money?
Yes, Justin Bieber. He came from a single mother, economically disadvantaged background.
Right.
Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Puff Daddy
Right.
I
shows
believe
up.
that's in
Well,
the
yeah, and you
grooming.
can prey. You
Yes.
can prey on those types of individuals
Yes,
because they
and-
want an opportunity
yes.
and they want to advance their life.
You can buy
Bored-
whatever. You can basically do
boredom,
whatever.
Wealth, boredom, and entitlement is a really dangerous combination.
Yeah.
And like if you really delve into the psychology of this, I think you're exactly right. Like I think Diddy and it just got powerful, wealthy, and probably just after a while just got bored with women. And,
Oh, yeah.
and because if you have enough of it, if it's on speed dial, if girls all the time are just throwing their panties at you, like he's probably, so a lot of people are just like, a lot of people are saying, oh, is Diddy gay? No, probably not, but
Well, I mean-
definitely bi. But you know,
for sure, buy.
For
yeah,
sure,
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
sure,
But I think
minimum.
he probably got there just because like he just got bored. And
But-
like I said, wealth, boredom, and entitlement is a really dangerous combination.
Well, and it's interesting because it's like, yeah, Diddy might be gay, but it seems like he corners men into these situations because of power play. You know, it's like, if you give
Hey,
me a little
man.
bit of this, then I can put you on. But
Yeah.
I think it has less to do with like him being a hardlined homosexual that is attracted to men and is just
A power play.
right.
Yes, absolutely.
I
And-
will make you. You gotta make me do something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
But then you gotta do
And it
something.
ain't getting me a carrot cake.
But no, but
But
that's
carrots will be involved.
actually.
Don't look what's going on in the room. Don't look. Don't open that door.
But I also think half the power play was okay. So I think it's pretty fair to say, and if you don't mind me saying, in the hip hop
We don't.
community, the hip hop community is naturally a pretty male dominated, machoistic.
Oh yeah.
Culture.
Naturally male dominated. Naturally, lots of and somewhat, maybe not the last 6 to 10 years, but definitely homophobic for sure.
Yeah,
To
I
a
mean,
degree.
I honestly I listened to some of the joints from DMX that I used to love as a kid, and I'm like, ooh, that didn't age well.
Yeah, oh, no, I mean,
That did
Eminem,
not age well at all.
Yeah, Eminem dropping F-bombs.
Yes, here, there, and everywhere.
Tyler Tyler the Creator, when he came out as, I guess, bisexual with the Flower Boy or whatever, there was a lot of backlash and criticism. So, I mean, even right now, hip hop is still in a homophobic place for sure. You know?
But I also think that was possibly half the power play, because I think the play was, I'll make you famous, I'll give you this life, I'll give you the lifestyle.
You just gotta give up the butt.
You just gotta go. You just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like that guy in the Boondocks. You gotta give me that booty.
I
Yeah.
heard
You gotta give me
another.
that booty.
Even like
But and that's the thing. If you give me I think in Diddy's view, the power play was like, if you give me that booty, but you cross me, I'll let everyone know in the industry that you gave me that
yes,
booty,
100%.
and therefore no one's gonna want to touch you, because no one wants to touch someone who gives up their booty pole for rent.
Mhm.
No one wants to touch someone that's already been touched.
Well, yeah, no one,
You know?
no one wants sloppy seconds. Like,
Right. Well, and
you know
Right.
what
Well,
I
and
mean?
all
I
these
think
rappers
that was
that
half the play.
if they identify as straight, the last thing that
Yeah.
a famous straight man would want is an entire, avalanche of media being like,
Back
"Oh, this
to-
man's actually gay." You know. what I mean?
Back in the day, but times have changed.
Yeah, I think it's just a classic case of having so much power and so much influence that you
You get
kind
bored.
of lose it. You get bored. And
Yeah.
you just start trying. So I mean, like, you think about like what the guys out in like Saudi Arabia do with all that money and stuff, and like flying women in and getting them to do certain things with certain animals and other things. Like, dude, when you have like an abundance of money and you're like, how many donuts can you do in the desert? You know what I mean? Like, after a while, the thrill of that death is just like, this is boring. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, for real. Like, let's go get a prostitute from Colombia and make her do shit. You know what I mean? And then the other guy's like, yes. This is a great idea. Let's get the
Because you have the
prostitutes.
money and the power to do
Yeah.
so.
How much?
Yeah. Like I said, I think the key takeaway from me is that wealth and power always breeds entitlement.
Of course.
And boredom.
And
boredom.
boredom and entitlement. And boredom and wealth, privilege, boredom, and entitlement is a very dangerous combination.
Yeah.
It really is.
Particularly if it's prolonged over time. Like, you know,
And frankly, especially for us men.
yeah, I mean, like, I guess it'd be interesting to know, like, just what people in the industry that are like trying to make it to that level, like, I'm curious what the thought process is from either yourself or maybe things you hear in the industry or people you know, where it's like, oh, is it kind of like, oh man, these guys were doing this fucking shit, and like I would never do that type of shit to make it. Like, I'm curious what the truth, because it can't be everybody. Like, this is like, clearly some people are like, oh, if I'm gonna make any the grooming, like, oh, wear this, oh, do this, and then all of a sudden it's like, give me your soul. It's like one of these things. Obviously make them sign on to like terrible contracts
Right.
because they've got
Yeah, Usher, Justin Bieber, MGK,
Yeah.
Mace, Fabulous. I mean, there's a long
So
list
many.
of recording artists and rappers and both male and female that Diddy has had under his wing. But I mean, the evidence of the weirdness all seems to be there. I mean, I just watched a video today of Justin Bieber and P Diddy hanging out together, and Justin Bieber
I've
has a
seen
backwards
that.
cap, and then Diddy's like, yeah, so technically, like, I was the legal guardian of Usher, but I'm not his legal guardian, even though he's staying with me right now. And then it zooms in on Bieber's
weird.
face, and he's like he just doesn't even know what is
Because
going on.
he's like, how old? He would have been like 14 or 15 at the time.
Yeah,
right?
anywhere
He
from
was young.
12 to 14 at that
Okay,
time.
bring this up.
Just type in Justin Bieber and Diddy.
To explain this.
Or unless we're watching this Usher clip.
We've got to watch this clip of Usher with Howard Stern talking about living with Diddy when he was like 13.
Do it. Let's see what it is.
By the way, how old is P Diddy? It's like he doesn't age. Like,
right.
Yeah, I know. He's in his mid-50s by now.
It's that potion he gets from.
Was he just 10 years older than Diddy doing this to him? Like grooming a man, just like. By the way, grooming isn't always a bad word unless it's in this context.
Right.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year. It was curious. I got a chance to see some things. It was pretty wild.
Usher's past comments on Diddy now going viral.
These are places that a 13-year-old probably should not be.
In the wake of his former mentor's federal house raids.
I met Puffy a long time ago, around, 92.
Flash forward to 2016 on The Howard Stern Show, the singer recalling his wild memories of living with Diddy, who now faces serious legal trouble, including sex trafficking allegations.
We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like? I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. It was pretty wild. There were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
There's so many things that I wanna do. I promise you.
Diddy helping Usher with his debut album, alongside other soon-to-be music superstars. And in the backdrop, Diddy's hardcore lifestyle.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
Okay. So
Usher Howard Stern or the other lady on there asked Usher, were you, did you have to do chores or were you allowed to stay up till 4 in the morning? And then Usher said, I would stay up longer than them. Which makes me think if he was in a state of fear at all, in any situation during these parties, it would probably be in your best interest to be like wide
Yeah.
awake and stay up and
Yeah,
be
do
on
not
your
fall
don't
asleep.
fall asleep.
Oh,
You know what I mean? To
Hang
me, that's
around.
telling.
Yeah,
because he was probably seeing. Yeah,
dude. Don't
yeah.
open.
Put two and two. Yeah,
Don't open that door. You
yeah,
don't know what's going on behind that door.
yeah, yeah.
What's going on behind the door? Don't open it.
And there was nowhere else where he could like lock a door and like
Right.
feel
Dude,
safe.
he's in Diddy's
Yeah.
house.
If he couldn't
Yeah.
have his own privacy, then yeah, I would just stay up wide awake somewhere where I can observe everything.
Observe,
Everybody can
watch
see
everything.
me. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in any corner or room or.
And he's saying, "Oh, wild stuff, very interesting stuff."
Yeah.
Very curious
neutral.
too. Curious, as in
Yeah.
curious.
Like what I noticed about that is that there was this obvious pattern that was always there, but I think what happened, especially with the parents of these children, I mean, Usher is a child at this point, right? The parents were also blinded by the
Ignorant.
fame and the
Oh yeah.
and the wealth, and they're probably coming. What with Michael Jackson's mo is he was always picking up little boys from some kind of dysfunctional or economically poor.
Oh my God, it's Michael
background.
Jackson.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh, he
And
has
that's
an
it.
interest in my son.
and-
Oh my
yes,
God.
Yes. And that's probably the exact same thing that happened to
He's
Usher.
offering us how much money?
Yes, Justin Bieber. He came from a single mother, economically disadvantaged background.
Right.
Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Puff Daddy
Right. I
shows
believe
up.
that's in
Well,
the
and yeah, and you
Grooming
can prey. You
Yes.
can prey on those types of individuals
Yes,
because they
and-
want an opportunity and they
yes.
want to advance their life.
And that was the thing with Michael Jackson in this documentary. It was the same cycle, rinse and repeat all the time. And the children, that woman just asked Usher, "Your parents are okay with this?" The parents were probably just like, "Oh my God, P Diddy or Michael Jackson or Harvey Weinstein are gonna give my child a future and a career and wealth that I could never dream of." So they probably just didn't even fucking consider it.
Right. No, they
You know?
definitely and on the
They
quiet
didn't consider it at all.
with the Quiet on Set documentary about Nickelodeon, of all of the former child stars that they interviewed, only one of these former child stars had a mother that was tuned in and trying to diffuse
Protect
all
their
that
child.
stuff and protect her son, and they fired that kid because his mom wanted to always be on set, wanted to always be observing, always wanted to know what was going on.
Yes.
And they literally got rid of that
Yes.
child off of
I've heard the same story about Diddy in interviews where like a friend of a friend would get Diddy would get them an internship at his company, but then the internship ended abruptly, and the internee would never tell their family why. Probably because he didn't want to go along with this crap.